From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We are still sitting under some very dry conditions across mid-Michigan. A beautiful look at some gorgeous sunsets across the region as well. Satellite and radar does show a blanket of dense cloud cover that has made its way into the region this evening. It will be sticking around overnight tonight as well. Temperature-wise, currently sitting in the mid to low 50s, 54 degrees in Lansing and St. John's, 53 for our current temperature in Mason. Again, we stay dry and mostly cloudy overnight tonight. Overnight lows cooling down into the mid-40s. We have some cooler temperatures to talk about just in time for the weekend, and maybe the chance for some snow as well. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30, another young victim has died from a weekend wrong-way highway crash in Michigan. Plus, dramatic video as police rescue a child being attacked and held at knife point by his older brother. And clinical trials are now underway to see if humans can live long lives with a pig kidney. Those stories and a lot more, and all in the first 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Let's start that clock. And we begin with an update on a wrong-way highway crash in Allegan County. A 4th person has now died. The crash happened early Sunday morning on US 131. The sheriff's office there says a 17-year-old girl who was a passenger in one of the cars died this morning. Her name has not been released, but an official from Portage Public Schools says she was a student there. Deputies say 38-year-old Erin Jones was driving the wrong way on the highway for several miles when she hit a car driven by 18-year-old Emmanuel Browning. Both drivers were killed. Another 18-year-old in Browning's car was killed. The 17-year-old girl was also in Browning's car, and tonight 2 other people who were in that car are listed in critical condition. Well, people in the Dearborn neighborhood where the FBI raided homes on Halloween are talking about what they saw and heard that day. Police say the raids were a part of an investigation into a terror plot that might have targeted LGBTQ-friendly bars and clubs in Ferndale. The FBI arrested 5 people. On Monday, the suspects Mohammed Ali and Majed Mahmoud were arraigned in federal court.
I don't know why they feel like they can be a threat to other people. That's not how the world works.
Another location in Inkster was also raided. Authorities say they found several firearms and ammunition. An attorney who represents one of the accused says his client is innocent and that there was never a plot to carry out an attack. In headlines from around the nation, polling places in at least 7 counties in New Jersey received bomb threats today. Some of those sites were temporarily closed and voters were sent to alternate locations. Officials say law enforcement investigated each site and they were deemed safe. However, some schools that are used as voting locations closed for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, police investigated what they say was an elaborate swatting attempt targeting 3 polling sites in Manhattan. Well, staying with crime, a 27-year-old man in Florida was shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy after police say he was choking his 7-year-old brother at knife point. Officials just released the body camera video from that encounter, and we want to warn you that it might be hard to watch.
Send the child out, please. Bring the child out of the room.
After deputies told the man to let the child go, they heard the child scream. Breaking through the door, a deputy told the man again to put the knife down. When he did not, they shot him. The man was wearing a motorcycle helmet and 2 vests with ballistic plates. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. 2 men in Florida are safe tonight, rescued from the water after their boat caught fire. It happened Monday afternoon about 6 miles offshore near Hollywood, Florida. Both of the men jumped in the water after the flames got out of control. One was rescued by a passing boat, another by the U.S. Coast Guard. Officials say both men are expected to be okay. The boat sank soon after. Tonight, no word on what started that fire. Planes are once again taking off in Washington, D.C. after a ground stop at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. The FAA says a threat was made against an incoming United Airlines flight. The plane was coming from Houston and landed at DCA around 11:30 this morning. The airport runway was closed and several flights had to be diverted to nearby airports during the closure. The runways reopened shortly before 1 o'clock this afternoon. A worker buried in rubble inside a medieval tower in Italy has died. Last night, firefighters were finally able to reach him. He'd been trapped in the partially collapsed tower in Rome for 12 hours. Renovation work was being done at the time that the tower started to fall. 3 other workers were rescued and not hurt. Another worker is listed in critical condition. And in the Philippines, at least 26 people have been killed in the fast-moving typhoon that slammed ashore overnight from the Pacific. It set off flash floods, trapping people on their roofs and submerging cars in at least 2 villages. Tonight, officials say tens of thousands of people do not have livable homes to go back to. The typhoon had sustained winds of 87 miles per hour. Back here in Michigan, Amazon says the company will begin offering drone delivery for Prime customers in Pontiac. It's called Prime Air. The drones will fly from facilities near fulfillment centers, and they'll be able to deliver packages weighing up to 5 pounds within 7 or 8 miles of those facilities. Prime members will pay about $5, while the cost is about $10 for non-Prime members. Well, taking off in Egypt is the largest museum, better known as the Grand Egyptian Museum. The $1 billion mega project hosts nearly 50,000 artifacts, including treasures from the infamous King Tutankhamun. Today, the museum opens its doors to the public after an inaugural event with royal and state guests. The museum CEO expects an uptick in tourism amounting to 7 million visitors each year. Well, staying with some science news, the first clinical trial is now underway to see if pig kidneys can actually save lives. The company United Therapeutics announced Monday that the first transplant of gene-edited pig kidneys was successful. These transplants have been done before, but the longest a pig kidney lasted was 271 days before it failed. In this study, scientists removed certain pig genes from the kidneys and replaced them with human genes, hoping the organ won't reject the transplant. And cashing out for our first 6 minutes of news. If you think your morning coffee is pricey, hold on to your wallet, because baristas in Dubai are pouring the world's most expensive cup, ringing in at $1,000 for a cup of coffee. It is made from rare hand-picked beans grown in Panama, delivering a flavor that's reportedly delicate and sweet, a bit like honey.
You will find mostly white flowers like jasmine and citrus flavors like orange, mandarin, bergamot.
If I was very rich and I did not care, I would try it just because.
Well, the cafe spent a jaw-dropping $600,000 on just 44 pounds of those prized beans at an auction. They plan to serve around 400 cups, saving some of the big-ticket brew for Dubai's ruling family. Kendall, I think I know your answer to a $1,000 cup of coffee would be no.
I think it would be a heck no, but yes. It's a good thing I only like Starbucks seasonal drinks in the fall and the winter.
At like $15, those are expensive enough.
But yeah,
probably.
still, that's a treat for me.
That's right. The weather, can we get a treat with the weather, Kendall? Maybe some more sunshine, warmth, maybe?
Well, warm, yes, we are going to be above average for the next few days, but we'll balance that out with a big cool down for the weekend, Siobhan.